And welcome back into Maquoketa High School as we get you set for the second duel of the night here in our three-team duel meet here tonight in Maquoketa as the West Delaware Hawks and Western Dubuque Bobcats have finished up 57-20. The Bobcats defeat the Hawks here tonight in this first duel meet, as now we're going to see the Hawks take on the Maquoketa Cardinals in the second duel. And are they going to switch? They're going to stay.
Jamie, we have one JV match. They're going to wrestle that, and then they're going to start with the varsity. So
okay.
We've got a JV match. It's
well, let's go through what we've got here. As I'm not that's kind of goofed up. I was going to try to read this here as they've got we've got the West Delaware or the Maquoketa roster. As we do not have the correct West Delaware roster on track wrestling. Let me get the program out here. We will start this duel at weight class 170. We'll see Austin Bishop for West Delaware taking on Jacob Cloft. That's a senior in Bishop against a junior in Cloft. At 182, we'll see Brady Antones, the sophomore, take on Sean Solomon, a sophomore for Maquoketa. At 195, Justin Zyman, a very good senior for the Cardinals, will take on Cooper Weeks, a junior for West Delaware. At 220 pounds, Dylan Linderwell, the freshman for the Hawks, taking on Brian Solomon. At heavyweight, Caleb Zeezer, a sophomore, taking on another sophomore, it's Trevor Bickford, a sophomore for Maquoketa. At 106, we got Ben Litter, the freshman, taking on a freshman from Maquoketa, and that is Justin Holtz. At 113, Brad Roush, the sophomore for the Hawks, will have a bye, an open weight there for the Cardinals. Forfeit, not a bye. Excuse me. 120. It'll be Cole Engel, the freshman for the Hawks, taking on Bo Bowman. That should be a good match, a good test for Cole Engel. At 126, Logan Riley, the senior for the Hawks, taking on Nico Nuremberg, a junior for Maquoketa. At 132, it'll be Owen Ward, the junior for the Hawks, taking on Luke Davison, a sophomore for the Cardinals. 138, Alex Linderwell, junior for West Delaware, taking on Zach Copas, a senior for Maquoketa. 145, it'll be Bennett Cole, the junior, taking on Cordero Campbell, senior for Maquoketa. At 152, it'll be Harrison Goebel taking on LaDonta Lewis. At 160, Alex Reitz taking on Logan Mayberry. And it seems like forever there's been a Mayberry. We had Thomas a few years ago. Seemed like it was 4 treacherous years wrestling Thomas Mayberry, and now Logan Mayberry. We've seen his name a lot and seen the Hawks wrestle him a lot in the past few years here in Maquoketa, as he's finally a senior here for the Cardinals. As that first JV match, that only JV match, is completed here, as that was Tristan Volker for West Delaware with a fall over Braden Gibbons. As we're moving up to varsity, we're going to see Jacob Clough taking on Ryan DeSoto for West Delaware.
So we see Coach Voss trying to play his cards here.
And DeSoto is a junior for West Delaware.
I took your program there, Jamie. So Coach Voss here trying to work his lineup here a little bit. I've got one over here. I know. I'm just kind of hogging yours. Coach Voss trying to play his cards here and put DeSoto in the lineup here, and possibly moving Reitz up. We'll have to see what the deal is, but we've got a good wrestler from Maquoketa here, Jacob Cloft. Tell you what, he's got a front headlock. I'll tell you what, he went from that front headlock right to that cattle catcher, and I'm telling you what, DeSoto is on his back, and this thing is tight. We don't have our official that calls the quick falls out there, so maybe DeSoto will have a chance to rock and roll his way out of it. He might wiggle his way out of this, Jamie.
He is.
Up a reversal.
He's kind of had a Clough kind of went with the neck wrench finish there and tried coming around the back, and nice job there by call him Skeeter. I keep wanting to say Skeeter, but it's DeSoto. It's a nickname of his, but I tell you what, a nice job there. Got the reversal. He gave up the. They don't have the scoreboard. Should be 6-2.
6-2.
Oh,
right
that's
up in front
okay. I got you.
Since we're only going one mat here, Jamie.
Oh, I got you.
The last time they had 2 mats going, our scoreboard, we were watching the one to the right. Here comes that front headlock, and I'll tell you what, he just snaps. Clough snaps DeSoto down, went around the head and scooped the arm. This could do it here. 29 seconds. DeSoto will really have to fight out of this hold. It is deep. Our referee's looking close. He's giving DeSoto an opportunity to rock back and forth. And again, that's what you like to see. The officials making sure that those shoulder blades are pasted to the mat. And DeSoto's doing a nice job rocking back and forth, keeping some air under those shoulder blades. That left shoulder, or that right shoulder blade staying up. 5 seconds left to go. Our referee's looking close. Let's see if he can hang on. 1 second. Oh, he calls a fall. 0.3 seconds left. And Clough will win by a fall. 0.3 seconds left to go in the first period. And Jake Clough is going to win by a fall for the Cardinals, so that will get them onto the board.
What was it?
Exactly 159.7, Jamie. 159.7. All right, we're going to bump up to 189 right now. We've got Brady Antones, 182. Brady Antones taking on from Maquoketa. This is
Bishop.
This is Austin Bishop.
See, we started at 70.
Oh, that's right.
So Reitz wouldn't have wrestled there.
Okay.
That would have been Russell or Bishop.
Okay. All right.
They put DeSoto in there, and Bishop is up to wrestle 182.
182. All right. So we'll see if we get the movement all the way up here in a little bit. So Austin Bishop, the senior from West Delaware, taking on the sophomore Sean Solomon. Tell you what, this Solomon is short and stocky. He's got some tree trunk legs hanging out of that singlet. So Bishop will have his hands full trying to dent that defense. And the sophomore from Maquoketa, very short, squatty body is Solomon, and very lean Bishop. Again, giving up a little bit of weight, but again in the practice room, you wrestle down, you wrestle up. So nothing new to Austin Bishop. It's just going to be a fact that he's got to give this weight up out here. Bishop doing a nice job working that head, and Solomon shoving and pushing, trying to get underneath that arm. There's a snap down by Solomon. That's one thing we saw the Bobcats do to the Hawks, and we're seeing the Cardinals do to the Hawks, Jamie. They're snapping. The Hawks are giving that straight line pressure, and the Bobcats had a lot of success with that front headlock, snapping right down. And we just saw Clough do that with DeSoto. So Solomon working the same thing on Bishop. So the Hawks are really going to have to work on staying, working circling and not giving straight line pressure. And 23 seconds left to go, first period. Goose eggs up on the board. No score in this match. Our dual meet score, if you're just joining us, is 6 for the Cardinals and 0 for the Hawks. Again, the Maquoketa Cardinals under new coaching staff here. Paul Kobe is the new coach. Colton Feller is his assistant. And again, they have this coaching staff at Maquoketa has been kind of a revolving door the past few years. And they've got a new person in there right now. So don't know a thing about him other than last year Maquoketa had a lot of open weights. This year they've only got one. So he's done a nice job recruiting kids out to come into the wrestling room and fill that lineup. All right, locked hands by Solomon. Going to be a 1-point escape. No, Bishop does not quite break the hands of Solomon. It's a 1-point penalty. So it's going to be 1-0. Courtesy of that penalty point. Bishop will take a 1-0 lead here. Nice outside stand-up by Bishop, and Solomon sits over that inside ankle and tight waist and drives him forward. Now he's got a head lever. He's got a chicken wing on the right side, half Nelson on the left side, and our official's going to stop that for potentially dangerous. Nice job by Bishop to wiggle his way out of that. Potentially, tell you what, he could have got thrown right to his back there. Nice stand up to his feet, working some hand control. There's the escape. 2-0 now is the lead for the senior from West Delaware. Trying to get the Hawks on the board here. And Jamie, it's a little different. You're wrestling up a little bit. You can't, there's some things that you can't normally do here. And Austin Bishop is being pretty cautious here. He hasn't taken a shot underneath the larger bodied Solomon.
No, he hasn't, and now that was a pretty quick move there by Solomon as he kind of dove in for that outside single, and he's might pick up 2. Austin Bishop doing a great job fighting that off, and there's going to be 2. Oh, they're going to call him out of bounds, but nice job there. That was a pretty quick shot for a big guy.
Yeah, he came right in on that sweep single, got his head in, picked up that ankle, and got Bishop right, got Bishop out of position, just ran out of real estate as he brought Bishop down on the edge of the mat. His knee was down. Again, last Saturday we talked about maybe that new rule coming in. There's another nice single by Solomon. He's in deep. Hard whizzer now by Bishop. See if he can stuff that head of Solomon. Solomon trying to back trip Bishop. Bishop now keeping his hips up. Bishop, if he can pull himself up on top, he might have 29 seconds left to go. Hawks looking for their first takedown of the dual meet. And weight class 182. Solomon trying to come out the back door on Austin Bishop. Bishop now out in front of Solomon. We might get a stalemate with 16 seconds left, and we do. Coach Litterer up off a chair saying, hey, move your feet side to side. That's going to be a caution. There's a new rule change here, Jamie. I don't know if you looked at you took that rules test, but our officials got to start the match in between the wrestlers so that doesn't happen. Okay, because they were getting some head bangs. Wrestlers starting too soon so right now the arm of the official has to be between the two wrestlers when the whistle blows. Some guys are really good at that, and some are still haven't grasped that concept yet. But that was a rule change this year just to prevent. I think it's a ploy to a safety measure to prevent some possible concussions from wrestlers banging their heads.
Yeah, that's a lot of times what your first move is going to be forward, and you go off the whistle and you just dive forward, and you're probably going to headbutt somebody if you both do it at the same time.
Yeah, we've seen some big time headbutts. Some bull rams going at it right there in the middle, and I'll tell you what, you see a lot of concussions in football. You're surprised you don't see more in wrestling just because of that. Escape now by Solomon. He closed the gap here. It's 2-1, and Bishop was in on a single, but he couldn't get the leg picked up of Solomon. 1:24 left to go. I believe this is second period. We're going to get warning for green. They got third period up there, Jamie. I think this is our second period.
No, it's the third.
Is it third period?
Yeah.
All right, it is third period. So Austin Bishop hanging on to that 2-1 lead, and Solomon trying to get in on a single, trying to get that arm drag attempt by Bishop. Bishop warned for stalling now for backing up, so he's got to stay in the middle of that ring. He's got to push and shove. You got to work some hand control here. Solomon trying to measure him for a shot. There's a push-pull by Solomon. He's in deep. Single with his head to the outside. Bishop trying to pick up. He's got the wrong ankle picked up, Jamie. You got to pick up that inside ankle. Bishop trying to stuff the head of Solomon. Solomon now trying to work back in between the legs. I think Bishop got away with the scissor around the head. Our official didn't see it as Solomon tried to cut through. This is Brady Neff. Okay, this is 170-pounder Brady Neff. So, tell you what, he's a big 170-pounder. I can tell you that much. 34 seconds left to go.
Well, he's wrestling at 82. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big 100. If he weighed in at 170, he's huge. Especially if Bishop weighed in at 170. That's a great job by Bishop right there. He gave Neff a shove. Oh, a front headlock. Bishop missed the front headlock. There's a headlock attempt by Neff. Boy, drop down. Pick him up, Austin. Back trip him off the edge of the mat. We go. 13 seconds. Boy, that was a couple opportunities for Bishop to pick up two, and he just missed them.
And now this coaching staff for West Delaware telling Bishop, stay down in your stance. And right away when that whistle blew, he popped up, and that allowed Brady Neff to get underneath him, but he's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. Nice job. Nice move there by Austin Bishop, and he's going to win this match 4-1.
And that was a great front headlock there. And that was a great time. Neff shot in on a long shot. Nice front headlock. And I'm telling you what, that was a nice front headlock by Bishop. Scooted around the corner, got the two, and picked up the big win. That's a huge win right there for the Hawks.
And now, on to 195.
All right, now I think we got Brady Antones moving up, Jamie, to 195. Gerald Miller is a sophomore, or is a freshman for the Cardinals. So Justin Zimet, we might see him at 220. Might not. Boy, there's a long shot by Antones. Shot right to his belly. I'll tell you what, the freshman, Gerald Miller, picked him right up and took him down. Now Antones back to his feet. Back trip by Miller. And Antone's has got his work cut out for him here. I think Antone's looked at that and said, you know what, I'm wrestling a freshman, but I tell you what, there's a throw by Antone's. Tell you what, he's got Miller on his back. That was a great lateral drop. Couldn't see a fall right here. He's got the freshman in a world of hurt as he picked him up and threw him in a lateral drop. His legs went to the ceiling. So Brady Antones with 1:13 left to go is working on a fall. He got the 2-point. Jamie, was that a reversal? You got to score that as a reversal.
Yep.
You have to. No takedown there. Might be a fall, and now a half Nelson. There's the fall in 1 minute. You got to give him a reversal there, but it was a lateral drop reversal, and he threw Miller right to his back and picked up the fall. So I'm telling you what, that was huge right there. That was huge. Brian Solomon and Dylan Linderwell. So the freshman from West Delaware is taking on the junior. Tell you what, these Maquoketa Cardinals are short and stocky bodies, but they are heavy-hipped and heavy-legged. I'm not sure that I've seen a team, a carbon copy of each other. There's a headlock attempt by Linderwell, and he slips off. Solomon slips the head, and Solomon's going to pick up a 2-point takedown off of it. Tell you what, great idea for Linderwell to lock that headlock up, but he didn't get his hips across, and that lets Solomon slip his head out and then pick up the 2-point takedown. So
that last match, did they have that score wrong or on the wrong side? Because it was 3-2, but how would have Gerald Miller gotten 3? So it must have been a takedown for escaping a takedown for Anton. They must have, but it said 3-2, but it was the wrong way.
Yeah, so
it's still the wrong way because that's.
We got a takedown by Solomon here. Let's see if we get this right. We got a takedown by Solomon, then a reversal and a penalty point. A reversal by Linderwell. Tell you what, if Linderwell can stay in position here, Jamie, he's got an opportunity here. Solomon appears to be a first-year wrestler. I'm not sure. Linderwell doing a great job. Now gets too high riding, and Solomon catches him around the head, slaps him on his back for a fall in 1:16. I'm telling you what, Jamie, if you get on your back with this official, you better. I'll tell you what, that was a quick fall. That was a quick fall. That was a great job by the freshman right there.
And just like that, the Hawks trail here by a score 12-9 after move up to heavyweight.
Trevor Bickford, he's a sophomore, taking on Caleb Zeeser. So we got sophomore going against sophomore here, but I'm telling you what, this is another one of those baby bulls from Maquoketa. There's a single on the whistle by Bickford. Tell you what, that's a 4-second takedown as he dove right in on a single on Zeeser. Now he climbs the body looking for a power half Nelson on the left side of Zeeser. Tell you what, he just shot right in, and that's what we talk about. That I don't think that official was in position. That let Bickford shoot right on the whistle. I tell you what, he's trying to stuff that head of Caleb Zeeser with a power half Nelson. Zeeser doing a nice job keeping his head up. Now straight half Nelson. Here comes a power half Nelson. Zeeser doing a good job, trying to work his base back under him. Power half Nelson again by Trevor Bickford. 1:20 left to go here. Our dual meet score now is 12-9 in favor of the Cardinals. Sit out turn in there by Zeeser. Well, Caleb Zeeser turned in and grabbed that leg. Maybe a side roll. Zeeser trying to get back to his feet. And Bickford with a chop and a drive. He's got Zeeser belly down again on the center of the mat. Inside wrist now by Bickford. Stuff in the head. Power half Nelson by Bickford. Trying to get out across off the legs. Zeeser now trying to work his hips up, trying to build his base. And that big forearm of Trevor Bickford applying a lot of pressure to the back of the neck of Caleb Zeeser. I'm telling you what, now that power half Nelson locked up again. Here comes a half Nelson one more time. Zeeser doing a nice job pulling that off. He's going to have a sore neck in the morning, Jamie. I'm telling you what. 30 seconds left here for Caleb Zeeser. You got to weather this storm, this first period storm by Trevor Bickford. And then there's a locked hands by Bickford. The official didn't see it as he locked around the waist of Zezer and didn't catch it. So 12 seconds left to go. It looks like we're going to go to the second period. Bickford again rubbing that right forearm to the back of the neck on Zezer. 5 seconds left to go. Zezer going to his back now. Official counting. That's going to be too near fall. Wow. Boy, right at the end of the period, Bickford locks that power half Nelson up. Bickford's choice. He's going to go down. And Zezer's going to go up on top. Jamie, this Caleb Zezer, he's got the body to grow into a really nice heavyweight. If you can just kind of stay with it and talk to some West Delaware people out there to break, and, if these kids can just keep wrestling and not get discouraged,
exactly.
That's the name of the game.
And I believe this is the first year that Caleb's ever wrestled. So, you're going to be fed to the wolves a little bit. You're going to be a sophomore wrestling at heavyweight. You're going to see a lot of upperclassmen, but when you get this opportunity here, you're wrestling another sophomore. This is an opportunity where Caleb Zezer could get that big win that he needs to really give him that confidence to move forward.
Yeah, we talked about not being discouraged. You wrestle a tough schedule. It doesn't get any easier from here on Saturday, but you got to stay with it. There's a nice back trip by Zezer. He's got Bickford belly down. It's 4-0 in favor of Trevor Bickford, the sophomore from Maquoketa. I tell you what, Zezer did a nice job up on top. Riding. Boy, if he could roll a wrist out, Jamie, take that inside wrist and roll that out to a bar, I think he could throw Bickford to his back. And that's just a matter of being able to tee out and hold Bickford there so he can score the fall. There's an inside stand-up by Bickford. He's going to roll to his back. Let's see if Zezer can take him over. Boy, short. Hard crossface from right to left by Zezer. He's working that crossface. Tell you what, he almost had Bickford to his back. He had his right shoulder posted, but he couldn't get out to the side fast. And a hard haymaker from Zezer one more time. The right cheekbone of Trevor Bickford felt that. We saw it from up here, 48 seconds. There's another hard crossface by Zezer. The referee's letting him throw it. I tell you what, he's coming. There's a reach back, a half Nelson by Zezer. Throw it in there, half Nelson on the left. And Coach Voss is up there yelling half Nelson on the left. There's a hard crossface again by Zezer. He's working that crossface. Bickford belly down the center of the mat. Now double inside wrist by Zezer. And he's just short from reaching that half Nelson when Bickford posts that that left shoulder. 15 seconds left to go. Zezer up on top, riding back and forth. Let's get a stalling. A hard crossface. Hard crossface missed that time by Zezer. I tell you what, the ref, now we're going to get stalling against Bickford for going belly down. Zezer up on top, applying a lot of pressure, and that's going to be the end of our second period. And it's going to be Bickford's choice.
This is Caleb's second year wrestling.
Second year, all right.
It don't take long for word to travel that I messed up.
Well, you know what that is, Jamie. I'm just glad we got some great listeners out there that can help us out. Bickford is going to choose neutral to start the third period, and he comes right out on the whistle again, trying to shoot that low single to the right leg of Caleb Zezer. Zezer's got a hustle here. Zezer now trying to work the head of Bickford with a hard collar tie. Bickford content to tying up to Zezer. Zezer's got to shoot a duck under or get an angle. Both wrestlers right now doing a lot of hand fighting. Hard collar tie now by Zezer. 126 and counting. 4-0 lead for Bickford. Courtesy of the 2-point takedown and the 2-point near fall. 1:18 left to go. Caleb Zezer's got to get going here with some offense from his feet. Maybe an underhook lift to a single. 1:10 left to go. Again, the Hawks are behind in this duel 12-9. This would be a huge win if the sophomore from West Delaware could pick it up. Hard collar tie now by Zezer, retied by Bickford. Bickford takes a peek at the clock. 57 seconds and counting. Zezer's got to set something up here, Jamie. I'm not sure what he's looking for. Neither wrestler's after much on their feet here. 48 seconds left to go. Bickford's not going to shoot underneath Zezer. Zezer's going to have to be the one that initiates the offense here. 42 seconds left to go. Wrist control, hard collar tie, retied by Bickford. Bickford shoves loose again. Hard collar tie by Zezer. 31 seconds left to go. Again, Zezer trying to work an arm drag off Bickford. Zezer trying to get Bickford's head down with a snap down, and Bickford basing out, squaring him off. And this has been a third period of zero action other than that first shot by Bickford. And Zezer's got to take a shot here, Jamie. You got 7 seconds here. You're down by 4. You got to make something happen, and the clock's going to run out on him. And that's again that case of just being a little timid. Then he shoots as the whistle. That's that shot we needed with about 40 seconds left. Bickford will pick up a 4-0 win there, Jamie. So you're looking down the line. That's an opponent that Zezer can scrap with and can beat.
Well, it is, and you know, you know, you talked about you talk about you know, the Hawks coming back and, you know, winning some of those matches that you know are that you can win, and some of those that you're right in that match and an opportunity there. But I tell you what, that's a nice job by Caleb Zezer, you know, just really staying in that match and did a really good job.
Well, he can go back and look at the tape of that, and he can see how many half Nelsons he missed, and you know that's the thing to work on. There's a tilt by Ben Litter, picks up a 2-point takedown with a nice go behind on Justin Holt. So 2 freshmen here, flip a coin here. We'll see who's going to win this match. 15-9 is our team score here, and we've got a little bit. The level of competition here with some age groups here has evened out in this duel versus the first duel. There's a nice ball and chain by Litter. He's got the left arm of Holt's trap. Now chicken wing by Litter on the right side. He's got Holtz going to his back. Let's see if he can keep his chest down. He's got Holtz on his back. Could be a fall by Litter if he can squeeze that. Reverse half Nelson now by Litter. Maybe he can let that ball and chain go so he can tee out.
Come on, Ben, here we go.
44 seconds left. He could tie this match up with a fall. We got Mr. Quick Fall official out there, so if he can just get that other shoulder blade down. Holt's doing a nice job keeping that right shoulder up. Litter with a half Nelson. Now he's going to grab that right arm and try to reload that. Now he gets rid of the ball and chain. And he's going to step around. I'd like to see him get back out to a tee. Stepped over the legs of Holtz. Holtz now he's going to put the double spur in. Could be a fall here. Official down looking close. Litter's got to arch his back. He's going to scoop the arm. 11 seconds left to go. Litter doing a nice job. He's got to stretch out here. Arch his back and get that head and we're going to get potentially dangerous. As Holtz came to a high bridge. And our referee stopped it as Ben Litter was applying a lot of pressure forward. 3 seconds left. So you see the freshman from West Delaware wrestling with a little confidence here, Jamie.
Well, and you know, this is what you need. You know, we talked about in some of the upper weights where you've got younger kids wrestling, and this is right here we're seeing what they need. You know, you need a 5-point first period. You know, when you know, Ben Litter hasn't won a varsity match yet this year. He needed a period like that to give him some confidence, and you can see him on the mat. He's hopping up and down. He's excited. He's being able to. And a lot of times you might be doing things right against a good opponent, but that opponent is so much, it comes more natural to them. They've been doing it longer, but Ben Litter having a great match right here as another escape and another takedown.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He got to his feet, split the hands of Holtz, and then with a quick arm drag, he's going right back to work on that chicken wing on the right side. He's got an inside wrist on the left, chicken wing on the right. He's going to crank Holtz to his back. This could do it here, Jamie. Although this Holtz is Gumby-like. He's tall and skinny, and I'll tell you what, he's got some very flexible shoulders, and that's keeping Ben Litter from recording the fall here. I'll tell you what, if he's going to reverse half that. If he can tee out and get his chest to chest here, he could have Holtz to his back. Holtz goes belly down, and we're probably going to get a 3 near fall and 1 penalty for a choke, I believe. He called Ben Litter for a choke. I think he came across his throat. So there's a whistle set. There's an inside stand-up attempt by Holtz. Nice job by Litter to drive him forward. Ben Litter is a man on a mission in this match right here. He feels like he can get out and win this match. Inside wrist on the right, trying to roll that inside wrist out. maybe go right back to that chicken wing. Now a half Nelson on the left, inside wrist on the right, half Nelson on the left. Now he's cranking Holtz over. Now he's under both arms, maybe working a half Nelson on the right, switching sides. 34 seconds left to go. Ben Litter doing a nice job up on top, 11-1. He's got a major decision, but I'll tell you what, Jamie, would certainly like to have that fall to tie this dual meet right back up at 15 as the Cardinals hold a 15-9 advantage after weight class 285. We started at weight class 170, and we're at weight class 106. 8 seconds left to go. This has been all Ben Litter this period as he's scored 6 points. It's 11-1, and we're going to go to the third period, and let's see whose choice it is.
It'll be Holtz's choice.
It'll be Holtz's choice, and he's going to. Coach Litter says it's his choice.
Holtz must have chose top to start that third period or that second period. Ben Litter's going to go neutral here.
All right, he's going to go neutral, see if he can set up another takedown. He's been really good with that arm drag. Hard collar tie by Holtz, retie by Litter. Tell you what, you got 2 peas in a pod here, Jamie. Tall, lanky, 106-pounders, 2 freshmen. 1:45 left to go, third period. There's this nice snap down by Litter. Let's see if he can hit that goal behind again. Off the edge of the mat they go. Front headlock by Litter. And they're going to have to circle back in. Nice job by the freshman from West Delaware. Looking for the points. Again, not sitting on that 10-point lead. He's trying to score some more points here. You know, we'd certainly like to have a fall here. There's that arm drag again. Let's see if he can cut the corner with it. Now switches over to a front headlock. Now he cuts the corners, head to hole. He picks up the right leg, picks up a 2-point takedown. Making the score
13-1.
13-1. So another takedown. I don't know, Jamie, at this point you might let him up. You might let him up and go for the tech fall here. Unless you can set up that chicken wing one more time, inside wrist chicken wing. Right now, a warning call by Holtz. And we got a bloody nose here by.
And now you're going to give the coaching staff time to talk. Maybe come up with a game plan here for Ben Litter. You know, you're talking about maybe cutting him loose and going back to that takedown series and coming over. He's got a 13-1 lead, so he's already got the major decision, but looking for more.
Yeah, the referee. There's not much blood there. Both coaches over to the corner. Small piece of cotton, I think, is all that's going to do it there for Justin Holtz. Weight class 113. Brad Roush, it appears, will pick up a forfeit. So I'll tell you what, they need 6 right here. The Hawks need 6 in a big way right here. They'd take 5, though, Jamie. I know they'd take 5.
Yeah, 5 would be good.
We'll see if they cut him loose. Red's down. We'll see if they cut him loose or if he's going to ride him for a little bit. Ben may choose to ride him out just a little bit more to try and turn him again. All right, there's the set. There's the second set. There's the whistle. 59 seconds left to go in this match. So at some point, Jamie, you've got to decide if you're going to try to turn or if you're going to cut him loose. There's a hard chop, tight waist chop by Litter. He's got Holtz on his left side. Guy's trying to work that ball and chain again. He's going to try to trap that. Now a tilt attempt. Tilt attempt by Litter. He's going to try to roll through, pick that up. And he's going to go the other way with it. That's what Coach Lentz says. Hop over to the other side. Coach Voss, they're all up on their feet, offering some encouragement to this young freshman. 13-1 again is the score. Double inside wrist now by Litter. Let's see if he can roll. There's a 1-point stalling by Holtz. Litter will pick up. It's 14-1 now, Jamie. A 2-point near fall here would make for a tech fall. See if he can quickly turn him. Maybe a drive cradle. Well, he's just working the inside wrist series. But the young freshman from Maquoketa.
He's going to get his first win here, and that's of the varsity win. That's a great win by Ben Litter. A little confidence.
Yeah. And he gets up bebopping, hopping back and forth, feeling good about it. And, that's a nice job right there. A lot of nice offense. Some good work on his feet, and that's something you can feel. Dad's proud about that. Dad's happy about that. You as a wrestling coach's son, there's some added pressure. We saw that with Saw that with Jake Voss last year. There's added pressure to be a good wrestler because your dad's the coach. And sometimes kids handle that well and sometimes they don't.
So Brad Roush is going to pick up the forfeit for the Hawks, and that's going to make it 19-15 in favor of West Delaware now.
All right, we've got a featured match up right here at weight class 120. Bo Bowman, the outstanding senior from Maquoketa, taking on a really fine freshman from West Delaware, Cole Engel. So we'll see if Cole Engel can go 2-0 on the night here. Picked up a win against. Did
we lose our sign?
We lost our sign, James.
That's my side too, didn't?
That's all right.
They know we're here.
We'll pull it up. Everybody knows KMCH is here. We have to get some extra sticky tape on that next time. All right, 123 underway. A lot of hand fighting going on. Both these wrestlers trying to pick apart each other, seeing if they can create an opening. And again, 2 peas in a pod here. Long, lanky, lean, 120-pounders. Differences in grade. A senior from Maquoketa taking on the freshman from West Delaware. Again, Walmack wrestling action. The Hawks were victims of a pretty good beating by the Bobcats in the first duel. They're trying to come out of here with a big win, and that would be huge for them.
It would, and that's especially on this young season. That you went up and you took on 2 really good teams last week in Clear Lake and Waverly Shell Rock on Friday, and then you had a very tough Bob Murphy Invitational. So a win would definitely help the morale of this team.
Well, you'd like to have a little bit of momentum going into Saturday's match at the 5 Seasons, where Jamie, you spied that for us. The Hawks will be taking on Iowa City West JV, and that will be no cakewalk for the Hawks. And then on the top of the bracket, they'll take on the winner of Linn-Mar and Urbandale. So, the schedule does not get any easier. 7 seconds left to go. It's 0-0. Both wrestlers doing a lot of hand fighting here. This first period is going to come to a close, and this thing is going to be probably settled on the mat here. It's going to be Engel's choice. He's going to defer over to Bowman, and Bowman's going back to neutral. Again, I'm surprised that he didn't take down to score a point, but that's probably okay with Cole Engel. So no takedowns the first period, and Bo Bowman says maybe the second period will be a little bit better for me. There's a snatch single attempt by Bowman, and Cole Engel quickly puts a little bit of weight on that left leg, and no takedown there. A sweep single now, Bowman in deep. We're going to get warning, a quick warning against Engel for crying out loud for stalling. Hard whizzer, hard down block, nice down block by Engel. He might scoot around the corner, he might run out of real estate here. He's got that right arm of Bowman posted, and he picks up the right ankle. And let's see if he can hip into him and score 2 off of it. Bowman's going to square him up now, front headlock by Engel. See if he can pull Bowman back in, and he gives Bowman a shove off the edge, and back to the center we go. Engel has been warned for stalling, so he's got to get going here with 1:18 left to go in the second period.
And like you said, a very quick stalling.
That was
warning.
Quick. Really, Bowman took, that was on a second shot for crying out loud. Cole Engel picks up a warning call on Bowman's second shot, but you know what? Their officials are down there. They're calling it, and
we're just sitting up here calling it.
Watching it. Yep, we can watch it and call it up here.
You bet.
48 seconds left to go. Engel drops down to a knee and a lazy shot in. Like to see him take a full shot in. Attack that left leg of Bowman. Bowman's leading with that left leg. You could sweep single that left leg. Maybe a tap and go, short arm drag. Again, Engel wrestling on the edge of the mat. Off the edge we go. We've got to get a restart and go back to the center. And Bowman, quick snatch on the whistle, almost caught the heel of Engel. 24 seconds left to go, 0-0 still. It's going to be Engel's choice to start the third period. And right here, Jamie, is you talk about that short time. If you're Cole Engel, you'd like to pick up a 2-point takedown here. You certainly don't want to give one up here with 9 seconds left to go. And the second period's going to end.
I'd say Engel needs to go down here.
Yeah, going to have to.
Nobody's really in a big hurry to score any points here. on their feet.
No, it's been just one shot, one legitimate shot by Bowman, and a nice counter by Engel. Inside stand-up by Engel. Hard, tight waist by Bowman. Nice switch by Engel. Now Engel's up on top. He hasn't picked up the 2 yet. Now he picked up the 2. Might be a cradle. He could slap a cradle in. Now Engel's sitting on his right hip. He's got a cross body ride in on the right side of Bo Bowman. Now if he could lock up a cradle, he could dump Bowman to his backside. Engel may end up giving up a 2-point reversal. He's in terrible position here. He's draped over the top of Bowman. His left leg's on the outside of the right leg of Bo Bowman, and his right leg's caught in between. Bo Bowman's latched a hold of it. Bowman now trying to elevate Engel. Engel now with the cradle locked up.
Come on.
Let's see if he can turn Bowman to his back. He's got a cradle locked up. Well, he's got to pop him forward. Now Bowman stretches the leg, breaks the grip. Now Bowman to his feet. Engel tries to take him the wrong way on the back trip. It's going to be a 2-point reversal for Bowman to tie this thing up at 2s with 1 minute left to go. Well, he'd probably rather see that 2-point reversal and tie this up than to see a 1 and a 2 and have Bowman take the lead. Engel has to get going.
Because you can't sit here with 45 seconds. You've already been warned for stalling. You've got to keep working up here if you're Cole Engel.
Yeah, Bowman's going to be content there to go tight waist. And Cole Engel's got to get his feet moving. 34 seconds left to go here. Now stand up by Engel. Engel to his feet. Back trip attempt by
Switch.
Locked hands by Bowman.
Get the
now,
switch.
Hip heist Engel. There's going to be a 2-2 reversal.
That's
should be
2.
and should be 1 and 2. And maybe some back points. 17 seconds left. For Cole Engel now, you got to hang on. He's got a cross face from right to left. He's got the left arm of Bo Bowman across his face. He's got to elevate that ankle. You can hear, maybe you can hear the coaches say that. A sit-out turning by Bowman.
Careful, don't
Engel
get high.
Gets a little bit high riding off the edge of the mat. They go. Engel
nice job there by Cole Engel. Just really, fighting hard. We got in that sit position, and he was trying to switch. He hit that hip heist and got around, just about picked up near fall right on the edge of the mat. But it looks like he's going to win this match 5-2.
Well, that's a solid win by the freshman. Picked up a win over the senior. So, the Hawks are on a mini roll here. Picked up a 4-foot at 1, picked up a win at 106, picked up a 4-foot at 113, and picked up a simple decision. It was anything but simple. Engel had to go the whole 6 minutes to get the 5-2 win. I got Nico Nuremberg for the Cardinals, and we've got Logan Riley, the senior, the fine senior for West Delaware. Nuremberg is a junior. And Jamie, I would have to say Logan Riley would probably be favored to win this match. Just taking a peek at our wrestler from Maquoketa. Again, probably into the lineup, very limited experience, it appears.
Can't judge a book by its cover.
No, you can't, but in this case, I think we can.
Yeah.
And just by the initial movement by Logan Riley, he's going to pick up an easy takedown there. That was a tap and a sweep single. 1-point escape by Nuremberg, and Logan Riley's going right back at it, working that head. Nuremberg's got very long arms. There's a nice double by Riley. Let's see if he can turn this into some points. Length and leverage by Nuremberg. And Riley sits out, switches off to a double, gets his head to the outside, pops his head out, and he's going to pick up 2. He might have Nuremberg on his back. And Nuremberg quickly crawls forward. And let's see if Riley can slap a cross face, a chicken wing, or a pitting combination of some sort on him, or a tilt will do fine, as he's got Nuremberg tilted up right now, picking up some back points. Probably going to get 2 for sure. He picked up 3, held him for a 5 count. 55 seconds left to go. And Logan Riley up 5-0. The Hawks are up 22-15.
Take a quick second to recap what we've had so far. Is at weight class 170, Jacob Clock from Maquoketa with a fall in 159 over Ryan DeSoto. At 182, it was Austin Bishop with a 4-1 win over Brady Neff. That made it 6-3 in favor of Maquoketa. Brady Antones recorded a 1-minute fall over Gerald Miller in that at 195, making it 9-6. Dylan Linderwell losing by fall to Brian Solomon in 116. At heavyweight, a 4-0 win by Trevor Bickford over Caleb Zeezer. At 106, a 14-1 major decision for Ben Litter over Justin Holtz. Brad Roush winning by forfeit, and Cole Engel with a 5-2 win over Bo Bowman, making our team score 22-15.
And there's another nice tilt, Jamie, at the end of the first period. A nice tilt, a nice snapback by Logan Riley. Picks up 3. He's up 10-1 right now over Nico Nuremberg.
See what time this one started?
I did not see what time this one started. So I failed. Usually write that start time down, and I was sprinting back from the concession stand. All right, second period underway, and Jamie, as easy as that, I'm surprised we aren't seeing a takedown.
Well, Nuremberg chose down, and actually Riley got a 2-point near fall.
I'm surprised we aren't seeing a takedown.
Yeah.
Technique camp by Logan Riley, as easy as those shots have been. 12-1 is our score. And again, we talked about expending a lot of energy, Jamie, up on top for what? There's a really nice cradle by Riley. That'll work too. He could get the fall here. He's got his head in the side. There's the fall right there in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Winning by a fall, Logan Riley. And that's how you do it right there. You lock that cross-face cradle up, and you curl him up, and you put that bottom knee in the side, and you put your forehead in the temple, and you get the job done. Trevor Shady.
Yep.
He's a sophomore. He's going to be taking on, looks like Owen Ward is stepping to the mat, Jamie, in this dual meet right here. So we'll see what happens. There's a duck under for not a takedown yet by Ward, a throw by actually. And he's going to take Shady. He's going to try to lift him up off the edge of the mat. Off the mat, and he does. He picks up 2, and there's a 2-point takedown. Now there's a double leg by Ward, and he drives Shady off the edge. Owen Ward fresh off that championship on Saturday and looking good doing it. Like to keep the momentum, keep the string going. He's a junior, Owen Ward a junior. And there's a snatch single. There's a low single. He grabbed the heel of Shady, set him right on his backside. That was Johnny B. Quick right there, Jamie, on the whistle. That's going to cut Shady loose. There's a 1-point escape. It's 4-2. There's a double by Ward. He's in deep. He's going to split the legs. That should be 2 right there. It's not yet. Our official's waiting for Owen Ward to pop his head out.
Or at least cover the hips. There it is.
There's a 2-point takedown with 1:09 left to go. We'll see if Ward lets him loose or tries a tilt on him. There's a chop, a tight waist tilt. Now a hard crossface by Ward from right to left. Maybe another crossface cradle coming. And he's going to cut him loose. 55 seconds left to go. He gives Shady a shove off the edge of the mat. And we're going back to neutral, 6-3. 50 seconds left to go. Ward looking for his 4th takedown. And there's a drop-in single. Pops his head to the outside, switches off to a double. He picks up 2. Now he's going to try to climb the body and trap the arm of Trevor Shady and throw him to his back. Shady's going to find the edge of the mat. And if Ward's going to turn him, he's going to have to pull him back in. 27 seconds left to go, 8-3. Owen Ward looking for some back points. And we got to go back to the center as Shady finds the white line. 22.3.
Seems like this first period has lasted forever for as much as Owen Ward has been, taking him down and letting him up.
All right, there's a whistle. There's a tight waist, near ankle by Ward, and it drives Shady forward, now belly down. But Shady's all about defense right now, and he's balled up, and Owen Ward's trying to find a way to penetrate that defense. I'd like to see maybe a stalling call. That'll work too as a tilt. Let's see if we get 2. He's going to give him 2 off that tight waist tilt. So that's a good job. Again, at the end of the period, Jamie, we talked about how important it is to keep wrestling. Saturday, we saw some, at times, we saw some Hawk wrestlers give up. Not give up, but they let up at the end of the period and gave up some big points. And it's good to see him finishing the periods off today. Okay, Owen Ward's going to choose down. And Trevor Shady up on top. There's a back trip attempt by Shady. Switch attempt by Ward. tight waist and chop by Shady. Ward's going to have to go back to his inside stand-up, and he's back to his feet. Shady stepped over that leg. Now Owen Ward reaches down and picks up that right leg of Trevor Shady. Shady back trips, and Ward's going to have to kick it free. Back to his feet again. Back trip by Shady. Ward's going to have to reload his offense from underneath. One more time, 1:24 left to go. Hard tight waist by Trevor Shady. Here comes a cross body ride by Shady. Ward tries to catch the heel, and he does. Let's see if he can turn this into a reversal. A referee down looking close. Shady trying to slap a drive cradle on Ward. Ward's going to have to be careful. He's going to turn. Good hand control by Ward. He's going to turn in, grab a left wrist, turn in, face Shady, pick up his 1-point escape. 58 seconds left to go. We're back in neutral position. There's a throw by Ward. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown, making the score 13-3. Again, working on the major decision, maybe a tech fall, maybe a pin. You know, Owen Ward would like to slap him to his back, Jamie, and get the fall.
And one thing you like to see here with the Hawks in this dual meet is winning that takedown battle. You know, you're going to do great things if you do well on your feet. You know, Austin Bishop had one in his win. Brady Antones had one. Ben Litter had 3. Logan Riley had 1, and Owen Ward sitting here with 5 takedowns. So, you know, we're little disappointing in that first duel with only getting 6 in that entire duel meet, but doing a much better job here against Maquoketa.
Yeah, and that the other side of that, Jamie, is that says something about your level of competition also. You know, the Bobcats love to beat the Hawks. And you know they were ready to go. 29 seconds left to go, 13-3. There comes that tilt again by Owen Ward. He's got Trevor Shady on his back. He's going to pick up 2 for sure. Could be 15-3 with 18 seconds left to go. He's got that left arm. Now Shady frees that left arm. Hard cross face by Owen Ward. And I think with 7 seconds left to go, Owen Ward's going to be content to ride this thing out. We're going to go to the third period with a 15-3. And let's see whose choice it's going to be. Shady loses his headgear. It's going to be Trevor Shady's choice. Let's see where he decides to go. I think if he's going to go neutral. Surprised at that. I thought he might go down. 2 points will be 17-3. A couple of takedowns, this match will be over, Jamie. And that would certainly be a good thing for the West Delaware Hawks and bonus points. That'd be a 5-point tech fall. There's that low single by Owen Ward on the whistle. He's in deep between the legs of Trevor Shady. Let's see if he can split it. He's going to try to come out the back door and split the legs of Trevor Shady. And then now he pops his head out. He's going to grab the right leg. Let's see if he can go around the waist. He's got his right arm trapped between the body. Far side half Nelson by Trevor Shady. Got to be careful here for Owen Ward. Got to do a good job posting. Owen Ward circles in front of Trevor Shady. Now he's going to pull his head out and cover the hips. Pop the head out, cover him up, and there's 2. And let's see if we get a tight waist tilt again. 17-3 as your score. That's a chicken wing by Owen Ward on the left side. He's got it loaded up. Let's see if he can pop Trevor Shady forward and turn him to his back. There's a nice tilt. Could be a fall. Referee down looking. Oof, Owen Ward had him stacked up. If we had official number, if we had Johnny Quickfall, Jamie, Owen Ward, this match would have been over. There's the 3. There's the tech fall, 20-3. They're going to make it 19-3, 20-3. He did give him 3 on that last fall, so Jamie's.
He did or did not?
He did.
Okay.
So technically 20-3. So a tech fall by Owen Ward. That gets the Hawks up 20.
30.
30.
33. 33. Yep.
33-15. So the Hawks are slowly building the lead here. Now we've got at 138. We've got Alex Linderwell taking on Zach Kopus.
And that is the 7th win of this dual meet for the Hawks. So
there's a nice 2-point takedown by Linderwell, and he ends up with a reverse half Nelson on Kopus. He has Kopus on his back. Let's see if he can score the fall here. We got Johnny Quickfall, the official, out there. So if Linderwell can post, boy, he's got to keep circling. He's got Kopus going to his back, and Kopus is going to roll through. He's still got a reverse half Nelson. Got to be careful here, Alex Linderwell, not to get turned back to your back. There's a 3-point near fall by Linderwell. Now a half Nelson by Kopus, and he curls Linderwell up for a 2-point reversal and 2-point back. It's 5-4. Should be 5-4, Jamie. They have no near fall for Linderwell. No near fall. Coach Voss is saying the same thing we are. Where's the near fall? You could read his lips. He said, where's the near fall? Linderwell had Kopus on his back with a reverse half Nelson. And tell you what, there had to be some near fall points there. There's a half Nelson inside wrist by Kopus. 50 seconds left to go. Half Nelson on the left side, inside wrist on the right. Linderwell's going to get turned to his back. He's going to try to peel that half Nelson off. I'll tell you what, this is tight. Kopus has this in deep. It could be a fall right there. Official looking. We can see it from here. Linderwell trying to get that left shoulder up. Keep that left shoulder. There's the fall in 135. Zach Kopus picks up a fall. 33-21 now is our dual meet score. We've got 3 matches left. And we've got 12 points.
Third win and third fall for the Cardinals here in this dual meet.
All right, weight class 152.
No, 45.
145, excuse me. We've got Bennett Cole taking on Cordero Campbell. So this will be certainly an interesting match here for Bennett Cole. Again, very, very physical looking Cordero Campbell from Maquoketa. They've got him listed as a senior. So Bennett Cole will have to wrestle one of his better matches. Have to really get in there and then finish shots. There's a nice single by Cole off the edge of the mat as Campbell blocks him off. We have LaDante Lewis coming up at 152. Then they're going to finish this with Logan Mayberry. So I think the Cardinals think they are in pretty good position to win this duel, Jamie. The Hawks got to win 1 out of these 3 and then not get pinned. If the Hawks get a fall in one of these next matches, if Bennett Cole decides he's going to launch Cordero Campbell, that would put this meet away for the Hawks. 1:11 left to go, first period, no score. Bennett Cole with a nice collar tie, nice snap down as Campbell's going to find the edge of the mat right along the West Delaware bench. Again, beautiful gym here, beautiful setting for wrestling. We are located in the top ring. We got a nice walking path around the top of this gym. And we're located in, we got a couple of great spots for broadcasting and for media. They certainly planned this gym out correctly. And there's not a bad seat in it. And we certainly have some tremendous seats to see the action, to call the action. And hey, we're glad you're tuning in if you couldn't make it. There's a nice ankle pick by Cole, and he missed it. And he turned his ankle there, Jamie. Bennett Cole turned his ankle or his knee, and he's got to take injury time out, and he is in a world of hurt right here. And I don't know, it's his ankle. He's holding that left ankle right here. And he went in for that ankle pick. It was a great ankle pick, and he couldn't finish that. Now he's holding his left knee, so I'm not sure it's his left side. It's either his knee, now he's going back down to the ankle. So, boy, we've seen this a couple of times. And I'll tell you what, your foot gets caught in the mat, and he could not drive off of it. It was a great ankle pick, and you could see it hurt because he couldn't drive off of it to score the 2.
Well, I think he's holding the ankle. I know he had a injury during the football season, a groin injury, and that you could see watching him trying to keep playing football was something pretty spectacular near those end of those games. But with Bennett Cole down, we're going to take a look at him. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come right back. You're listening to West Delaware Wrestling from KMCH Sports. Welcome back in. A quick tape job over there by Coach Voss. I think just trying to get some kind of support on the ankle of Bennett Cole, the left ankle, as was just about out of injury time. So it's not like blood time. I believe once that time's up, you're done.
You either decide to go, you can either go or you don't go. And Bennett Cole, this is a gutty effort right here, Jamie. You take an injury default right there, and it's 6. You give up 6. And, he's thinking about the team right here. And it's all about the team, and it's going to be Cole's choice. Let's see where he decides to go. He's going to defer over to Cordero Campbell. and Campbell will choose down. I think if you're Bennett Cole, this would be a better place to be.
Yeah.
Up on top if he can manage to ride the much quicker Campbell. Campbell right up out on that stand-up, so we're going back to neutral. And right now 3-0.
I tell you what, trying to do anything on a careful there. Trying to do anything on a bad ankle is tough, but you try wrestling and somebody shoots in on your right leg, and then you got to plant on that left to try to get out of there is very painful.
Well, you're exactly right, Jamie, and you can see Bennett Cole trying to lock up a throw. And I'll tell you what, he does have a good throw. We saw that on Saturday. If he can lock up that, he's got a nice headlock from a collar tie. If he can create enough pressure, well, you can tell he's in a lot of pain right there. He just took a deep breath, a big breath. There's a double leg takedown and boy, that hurt right there. That hurt big time. As Stewart came right in on that left ankle, and there was no planning whatsoever. Campbell came right in there.
Cordell Stewart wrestling tonight,
well, you never know, man. Never know who's going to show up. There's a cross body ride by Campbell. And I'll tell you what, he's going to pick up two on Bennett Cole. I'll tell you what, ankles, knees, and shoulders in wrestling are a killer because you just use them so much. And coming up at 152 is LaDonte Lewis it's 3 seniors right in a row, Campbell, Lewis, and Mayberry. And right now the Hawks are up by 12. So it's 7-0 right now. So the Hawks can't give up any major. At 152, we have Harrison Goebel, and then at 160, Alex Reitz taking on Logan Mayberry. And I'm not sure that the Hawks are going to be favored in any of those matches, Jamie. And Cole up to his feet, nice stand-up, trying to plant. Campbell picks up that right leg, and I'll tell you what, Bennett Cole is just picking up now. Drive cradle by Campbell. He's got Cole locked up, and Cole breaks out of it. Nice job. Cole stuffing the head of Campbell on the edge of the mat, 7-0, 8 seconds left.
There was not another takedown.
No.
I didn't.
I'll get this out of your way. Keep our papers.
We got papers
We
all
got
over.
papers
You're
all over.
You're writing all
I'm
over
writing
the place.
I'm taking notes and doodling and trying to keep stuff
Taking
together.
notes for me.
Yep. Tell you what, this is strategic coaching here. And you got strategic wrestling, and I'm telling you what, it's going to be. I think you got to go down if you're Bennett Cole, and he does. He looked over to the coaches, and the coaches all pointed down, and that's the right choice. And again, you got to try to score. If Bennett could get into a scramble, Jamie, maybe catch Campbell by surprise here or something, and. Get into a scramble, come out on top, and 146. This is a gutty effort by the junior from West Delaware.
And you got LaDonta Lewis coming up next for Maquoketa, but you can't count out a Harrison Goebel. That's a kid with a lot of mat time, and again, not a lot of varsity mat time, but a good wrestler nonetheless here for West Delaware, who has spent a lot of time on the mat, spent a lot of time in a wrestling room watching, even when he was little, or watching varsity wrestling with his brother Jason just a couple years ago. So, he's going to put up a good fight.
Well, you're right, and we saw some things that he could do on Saturday with that length and leverage. 1:04 left to go, third period. I'm surprised Campbell has not cut Cole loose. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. There's a roll attempt by Bennett Cole. Again, tries to catch Campbell in a scramble, and now here comes the optional. Campbell's going to cut Cole loose. Well, I'd like to see Bennett Cole lock up that throw. And Campbell is backing away now. Campbell's got a good single, good low shot. He's going to attack. He's going to come in on that double again and pick up 2. 9-1 now. There's your major. So Bennett Cole's got to try to work his way back up, and I'll tell you what, he just has no push off that left ankle. No way to down block, no way to sprawl, no way to cut a corner. Hard cross face by Campbell is going to keep Cole flat on the mat. And that's going to be a 9-1 major for the senior from Maquoketa. That's going to close our gap here to 33-25 with 2 matches to go. So mathematically, the Cardinals are still in it, and we'll see what's going to happen here. LaDante at weight class 152. LaDante Lewis is going to take on Harrison Goebel. So that's a good effort there, Jamie.
We might not see him on Saturday.
He's going to have to find a bag of ice right now, get that shoe off, get the tape off, and get a bag of ice on that right now. And
it's already there waiting for him.
I'll tell you what. So they were reading our minds up here, and that's exactly what you got to do. Well, the Hawks need to pick up a win in one of these next 2 matches, Jamie. Or
right now,
or
it's
2 simple decisions. If they get
33-25, just an 8-point lead here for the Hawks. And here's LaDonta Lewis trying to throw Harrison Goebel right off the bat. Nice recovery there by Harrison.
Yeah, and Goebel almost had him on a rethrow there. Nice balance. There's some flexibility. There's a 2-point takedown, potentially dangerous. That's going to be 2 as a slide by, as a throw by LaDonta Lewis. Harrison Goebel's arm was trapped. Harrison Goebel, I like his hips from underneath. He does a nice job getting him out. There's a tight waist with the right, hard chop with the left. There's a sit-out turn-in by Goebel. And Goebel's going to pick up 1. He's going to bust free and pick up 1. LaDonta Lewis tries the back trip. There's Goebel with a whizzer. There's a back trip attempt by LaDonta Lewis. And he's going to try to front trip Goebel, and he takes him back down. So no escape there. Nice recovery by the senior from Maquoketa. Inside wrist now on the left side. LaDonta Lewis up on top, riding the left side of Harrison Goebel. And waiting in the wings is Alex Reitz. Our last match of this duel, 33-25 in favor of the West Delaware Hawks. And there's LaDonta Lewis trying to load up that throw. He's going to come around. He's got both arms, and Goebel's going to catch him. Goebel could feel that coming, and the flexibility. There's the fall!
Yes.
There's the fall. LaDonta Lewis got out in front of Harrison Goebel and tried to launch him with a double underhook. I'll tell you what, the sleekiness, the slipperiness of the freshman from West Delaware slinked his way right out of it and threw Lewis right on his back. And Johnny Quickfall, official, that was the right official to have for that, Jamie. Slapped the mat, and the Hawks are going to win this duel. We got one more weight
That just
here.
makes it a little bit easier, doesn't it?
Oh, that certainly does. No pressure on Alex Reitz at all. Now he can just go out and wrestle a very fine Logan Mayberry. I'll tell you what, this Mayberry is tough on top. Yeah, he's a senior. Reitz is a senior. And 2 quality wrestlers going at it. Logan Mayberry, tall and lean. And he's a very fine wrestler. I believe last year, Jamie, he was ranked in the preseason rankings. I'm not sure if he's poked his way back in, but I can't remember if he was a state qualifier last year. 2 years ago he was. Reitz is a good thrower from this position. Mayberry's got a throw locked up, and off the edge of the mat they go. Mayberry has been ranked. And 2 years ago, I believe he was a state qualifier. Last year, I think he missed out on it. And we'll see. The weight class 160. Check weight class 152. I don't think he is.
No.
But I'll tell you what, he's a quality wrestler, as is Alex Reitz. So Reitz working that head of Mayberry, trying to be physical. There's a long double by Mayberry. His head Scott switches off to a single. He's got the right leg of Reitz picked up. Hard whizzer by Reitz. Now Mayberry goes down to the heel, picks that arm up a little bit higher, and here comes a cross body ride. I'll tell you what, you've got to be ready, because Logan Mayberry will slap the legs in on you. And I'll tell you what, he'll pry and push and twist and turn. Now he's got a drive cradle locked up on Reitz. Reitz gets to his feet, finds the edge of the mat, and off the edge of the mat they go. Back to the center. Reitz down. We got 34 seconds left to go in the first period. Hey, this has just been a great duel. Lots of action. Well, we've seen some of the freshmen from West Delaware pick up their first wins. That's always a good thing. Nice roll, nice hip heist now by Reitz. Let's see if he can step over. Good hip action by Mayberry. Mayberry now is going to try to roll through, and Reitz is going to pick up a 2-point reversal. Now he's got to stay behind the arms. Nice job by Alex Reitz. Good hip action, got his hips out, created some distance. And like we say, Jamie, when you get your hips out, you're free to go. When your hips are free, you're free to go. Here comes a tilt attempt by Reitz. The 1-point escape by Mayberry. Mayberry dives back in on a double. He's going to pick up 2. Yeah, that was a 3-point move with about 1.7 seconds left to go.
You cannot do that. Can't give up those points late in the period. Yeah, ask the towel boy.
Yeah.
No, it was there.
They really don't need a towel boy. They should be using the horn.
But you can't do that. I mean, there's just over 2 seconds when he got the escape, came right back, shot in quick, and got a takedown late in that period.
And there's that Logan Mayberry cradle as Reitz came to an outside stand-up. And Mayberry just slipped sides, slapped in a far side cradle, and then went hip to hip. And we're going to get something. Going to get a 3-point near fall. We got a injury timeout from Mayberry. He might have got a jammed finger as Reitz rolled over that left hand. And our officials looking close at that finger. It got caught as Reitz was trying to roll through on that cradle and rolled right over the top of the left hand of Logan Mayberry. 1:18 left to go. 8-2 is your score. Outside stand up again by Reitz. Granby roll. Mayberry stops it with the tight waist, follows the roll. Reitz goes back to work on hand control. He's got the hands of Mayberry split. Mayberry trying to lock up that cradle. Good hand control. And Mayberry locks up the cradle. Reitz grabs the head and tries to pull Mayberry under, and that just supplied a little momentum with him. Mayberry very high now with the cradle. Slaps a cross body right in on the right side. There's a 2-point near fall. And that's that Logan Mayberry. I'll tell you what, you think you're free. I'll tell you what, he can turn you and tilt you and cradle you from about any position. 1-point escape now by Reitz. Under a minute left to go, the second period. Back to our feet, neutral we are. It's been Mayberry's been very tough on his feet so far, scoring the takedowns on Reitz. 45 seconds left to go. Hard collar tie by Mayberry, retie by Reitz. You know, Reitz would like to set up that throw. He's got a good headlock too. He's also got a good lateral drop. We saw that in the first match when he wrestled from Western Dubuque. He wrestled Jake Birds and threw Birds for the fall. Low single by Mayberry. He's got that single up above Reitz's head again. And no points here. Tell you what, great scramble. There's the throw.
Ooh.
Oh, he had it locked up. Looking for some pressure. It was Alex Reitz. And Mayberry backs off the edge of the mat, finds the door to the escape, and we've got to go back to our feet in the middle. And you know, the Maquoketa Cardinals have talked to their wrestler about the throwing ability of Alex Reitz. He'll throw you from anywhere. 3 seconds left to go. And we're going to the third period. It's going to be Mayberry's choice. And Mayberry's looking to his coaches for some help on the decision. And I think Mayberry's going to go back up on top. Coach has said, hey, I really don't care where you go. Wrestle where you want to wrestle. So he's going to choose up. And he's probably going to look for that cradle again. If you're wrestling a cradler, again, you've got to have great hand control. Tripod stand-up now. Knee slide by Reitz. Fights that 2-on-1. There's a back trip by Mayberry. Mayberry's got the left arm of Reitz trapped around his waist. He's trying to free it. Now a tilt attempt by Mayberry. Reitz comes back up to a tripod stand-up, and he's going to try to roll through. And a hip heist. Now 2-point reversal. Should be 2 for Reitz. Reitz just needs to step over that ankle. There's a 2-point reversal by Reitz. Mayberry catches the left leg of Alex Reitz. 10-5 is our score, 1:21 left. Mayberry's got his left arm trapped under the left leg of Alex Reitz, and Mayberry gives one lunge, and off the edge of the mat they go. All right. 1:15, third period. The Hawks are going to win this duel, which is a good thing. Create a little momentum going into the Five Seasons duel on Saturday. And the other thing, Jamie, you just feel good about going to practice tomorrow.
Yeah, after it's definitely going to help, coming off of a win and preparing for that extravaganza on Saturday.
There's Reitz trying to back trip tilt on Mayberry. Mayberry sags, and he's going to kick his leg and his arm free and come up with a 2-point reversal. It's now 12-5 with 48 seconds left to go. And again, typical Logan Mayberry, just leeches on you and turns you and tilts you, cradles you, and he's just a very, very solid mat wrestler. And he does just enough on his feet. He's got a great single leg sweep single. Now here comes Mayberry with a tilt of his own. And Reitz does a nice job fighting off that. See if he can kick his leg free and hip heist on top of Mayberry. 24 seconds left. Mayberry's going to lock a cradle up on Reitz as Reitz comes to a tripod stand-up. And off the edge of the mat they go. Going to get a restart down. Mayberry, a very long, lanky 160-pounder with a lot of leverage and a lot of reach. And Jamie, those guys are frustrating to wrestle because just when you think you're free, their length just ties you up one more time. 8 seconds left. Stand up by Reitz. And Reitz is going to try to pick up a couple of points here on a reversal, and Mayberry's going to catch him. And there's Reitz grabbing the foot of Mayberry, and no points there. It'll be a 12-5 decision for Mayberry, and Maquoketa is going to win that last match, but not the duel. Let's take a short timeout, Jamie, and he's going to add up his totals, and we'll be right back. So stay with us. You won't want to miss Jamie's recap. Stay tuned. We've got one more duel for you, Walmack style, on Eastern Iowa Sports Station on 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back into Maquoketa High School as the Hawks of West Delaware defeat the Maquoketa Cardinals tonight, 39-28, as they will go finish 1-1 on the dual meets here tonight, making their dual meet record now 1-3. There it is, 1-3. Their first dual meet win of the season over the Maquoketa Cardinals. We started at weight class 170. Jacob Clough from Maquoketa with a fall in 159 over Ryan DeSoto. Made it 6-0 in favor of Maquoketa. And then Austin Bishop of West Delaware with a 4-1 win over Brady Neff, putting the Hawks on the board 6-3. They trailed it at that point. 195, Brady Antones with a 1-minute fall over Gerald Miller, making the score 9-6 in favor of West Delaware. 220, Dylan Linderwell losing by fall to Brian Solomon. That made it 12-9 in favor of the Cardinals. At heavyweight, it was Trevor Bickford with a 4-0 win over Caleb Zeezer, running the total for Maquoketa up to 15-9. But then the Hawks started making their run as Ben Litter gets his first varsity win of the season with a 14-1 major decision. 14-1 major decision over Justin Holtz. That made it 15-13. Brad Roush then recorded a forfeit, making it 19-15. At 120, Cole Engel with a very nice 5-2 win over a very good Bo Bowman. That made it 22-15. 126, Logan Riley with a fall in 245 over Nico Nuremberg of the Cardinals. That made it 28-15. Owen Ward with a 20-3 tech fall. Alex Linderwell then losing by fall in 135 to Zach Kopis of Maquoketa. At 145, 9-1 major decision for Cordero Campbell over injured Bennett Cole. Hurt his ankle, and you could see his ankle as he was walking out of here. Just a big knot on his ankle. So hopefully we see him on Saturday. At 152, Harrison Goebel of West Delaware with a fall in 123. And a fall in 123 for the Hawks over LaDonta Lewis. That sealed it for the Hawks, making it 39-25 in favor of West Delaware, sealing the deal. And then Alex Reitz losing 12-5 against Logan Mayberry, making the final team score 39-28. Takedowns, the Hawks had 13, Maquoketa had 12. 13-12 in favor of West Delaware. West Delaware had 3 pins, Maquoketa had 3 pins. Tech Falls, West Delaware had one, both teams with one major decision apiece, and wins on that last dual meet 8-6 in favor of the Hawks. And joining us now is West Delaware head coach Jeff Voss. And Coach, you had a full week of practice here after the Bob Murphy Invitational, where that was a tournament where you got to see where you guys were in this young season, and then you come in here tonight, and you knew that first duel was going to be tough with Western Dubuque. They've got some really experienced kids, and they've got some good kids in those middle to upper weights, and a tough loss in that one, 57-20, but still a chance to see where your kids are at early in the season.
Yeah, I guess the thing that we focused on the first couple days in practice this week is just having a little more fight, and creating the intensity it takes to compete at the varsity level. And I thought some kids went in the right direction with that today. Some of them were a little outmanned, and I was real proud of how some of them went out there and just battled their tail off. And Cole Engel had two great wins against our last kid won 25-30 matches last year. So he did a great job, and we just it's coming. And but I'm not it's like after the Hawk tournaments, they're like, guys, we went 13-33. That is not a good job. And I'm not going to accept that as a standard that we're working for, and so we pushed it a little hard this week, and we're going to keep pushing through Christmas break, because we're going to see teams a lot better in this weekend and the following week, but there's some kids starting to come back in the lineup that next week will change some things, and if nothing else, this is going to create some depth. It's going to give kids experience at the varsity level, and it's not necessarily just the technique, it's the intensity it takes to win at the varsity level that a lot of these guys haven't experienced, and now they're getting a taste of it.
Well, you mentioned last week in the coach's corner, patience. It's going to take some patience, as we're seeing that here. That second duel against Maquoketa, of 39-28 victory, and some good things in that dual meet. Is Maquoketa, you really felt like coming in here that was a dual meet you needed to win there, and got yourselves on the board, your first dual meet of the season. But I got to look at that 106-pound match. What a confidence booster for a freshman like Ben Litter. A 14-1 major decision. Some other things, Brady Antones with the big fall. Some of these younger kids coming along and winning some matches that they really need to win in order to gain that confidence moving forward.
Well, in the matches they got to win for us to win dual meets, and we bumped. We had kids wrestling up. Brady Antones weighed in at 170.6. I had to make sure he's a 182-pounder so I can move him up to 95. And that's just what we're gonna have to do that most of the year. We got. We're just going to have to do that to give our team a chance to win, and the kids responded. Sometimes those moves don't work in your favor, but the kids really, they knew if we executed that game plan a little bit out and just went out there and fought, like Austin Bishop, that kid was a varsity kid for Maquoketa last year and won over half his matches, and he's wrestling 182 pounds, and he wrestled 160 a week ago, and I told him Monday, I said, you're going to have to wrestle 170, and I'll probably move you up to 82 for Maquoketa, and we're probably going to have to do that this weekend as well, just to try to create matchups that give the kids a chance to win a dual meet, and maybe create matchups that give them a better opportunity to have some success as well.
Well, you're going to start Saturday, 9:30 at Cedar Rapids, Washington, taking on the Iowa City West JV team. And of course, that's going to Iowa City West, a big 3A school. They're going to have some good kids on that JV team as well. But then the winner of that one takes on Linn-Mar Urbandale. So that tournament's always been tough, and this year is no exception.
No, I think it was probably 6-7 years ago we kind of upgraded our schedule a little bit, and we're just going to see good teams every week, and that's just something we're used to, and that's something these kids are going to have to get used to, and I think they are. It's not like they're quitting on us in practice. They're not quitting out on the mat, and we're certainly not going to quit on them. We're going to take some losses here and there, and as long as you get up and you keep fighting, and that's a life skill that you can take with you forever, and that's a skill that's going to get you better in this sport as well, and it's happening.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks for joining us. 1-1 on the night. We'll talk to you Saturday down at Cedar Rapids.
All righty.
West Delaware head coach Jeff Voss here joining us after the dual meet. We'll be right back as we'll have Western Dubuque and Maquoketa. Right after this, you're listening to High School Wrestling from KMCH Sports.